we're here today to honor two people, Steve Wilkings and Mark Levy, who are going to be inducted today.
Well, I'm honored to be here to introduce Steve Wilkings as an inductee to the Walk of Fame. He and I have been knowing each other for 45 plus years. We used to surf right out here in Hermosa for all through the 60s. Anyway, we used to complain to each other that our friends were taking off going on trips to Hawaii and stuff like that. We couldn't go. He was going to school at the art center for taking photography, and I was working at Becker our Rick surfboards at that time and going to school too. And so all of our friends were taking out going to Hawaii, and we couldn't go, and we used to cry on each other's shoulders. We couldn't go on these surf trips. Well, shortly after that, after he graduated from art center in photography, he moved to Hawaii and started work as a senior staff photographer for Surfer Magazine for 10 years over there. During that time, he developed a system for mounting a camera on the tail of a surfboard and taking photos from the inside of the tube out. He made his own housing out of foam and fiberglass and rigged this whole mounting system to take those pictures. What really made it unique on that whole system was be able to have a remote control to be able to take the pictures from the beach. Even at Sunset Beach, where you're 200 yards out, he could take pictures from the beach, photographing from the surfer's perspective, looking out the wave. Anyway, Steve's pictures have been published in Surfer Magazine, surfing. After serving his time for the Surfer Magazine, he became senior photographer for Windsurfer Magazine. Anyway, congratulations, Steve, on everything you've done to contribute to the heritage of surfing. And, now Jim Cubberly, a good friend of Steve's, is going to relay some of the experiences they've had together.
Congratulations, Steve. That's really awesome. Not too many photographers get recognized this way, and you're one of them. Hermosa Beach is very proud of all these people. So, Steve, we want to thank you for all your pictures that you've taken over the years. You have made so many people have something in their life that they wouldn't have had if you hadn't done it. Thank you. Are you the first photographer, actually? Is there Leroy Granis? So that's great company. Doc Ball, we have three. Steve Wilkings, a Hermosa Beach native, began surfing in 1958 and photographing fellow surfers in 1964. Steve immortalized the surfing stars of the day with a particular focus on the evolving surfing scene in Hermosa Beach. He is best known as one of the early practitioners of shots from the water. He also developed a camera system to take photographs with a camera mounted on the tail of a surfboard. This camera system captured the first photographs of tube riding from a perspective behind the surfer. Steve has provided a steady stream of photos for many well-known surfing magazines. Steve Wilkings is a world-class surfing photographer with a career that spans several decades. Inducted April 2002, 2012. Congratulations.
Hi everybody. I can't begin to tell you what an honor this is. I will say one thing. As a photographer, I'm not used to being in front of the camera. I'm the guy that's behind the camera, hiding in the bushes, doing whatever I can do to stay really low key. This is hard, but I'm going to do it. I want to give a special thanks to Leroy Granis. Leroy was my mentor. It's hard to think of him passing, but he was a wonderful man. I want to thank Hap Jacobs. Hap was very instrumental in getting me started in the industry. He actually hired me to do a bunch of his ads back in the 60s. I really owe Hap a lot. I have to say, growing up here at the beach, what a perfect playground. What more can you ask for? You've got acres of sand, you've got the water, you've got lots of kids to play with. Fabulous, fabulous place to grow up. 1964, I bought a camera at Bustler's Camera Store. It used to be right down here on the corner of Hermosa and Pier Avenue. That actually led to my first photo in Surfer Magazine. It was published in 1964. And to buy film, I used to collect bottles on the beach. And I'd take them down to the liquor store and I'd turn them in. And I'd go down to Coast Drug. Any of you remember Coast Drug?
Yes.
Well, I'd go to Coast Drug and I'd buy a roll of film. And I spent a lot of time taking pictures of my friends around here, not thinking anything was going to come of it, but you know, it was one of those things I enjoyed doing. So I'm going along and I'm identifying and I realize, a picture of me. And I'm going to find another picture of me. Well, okay, I'm going to call myself my nickname Bear and hope it slides by him. He won't catch on. Well, it turned out there were 3 photos of Bear on the roll. Pisman calls me up and he says, "This is really cool. I love all these photos, but who's this guy named Bear?" And I'm going, Finally I said, "Okay, it's me." And he says, "Well, you didn't take this roll of film, did you?" And I said, "Well, no, I just took a few, and I took a few, and I well, I'm not sure how many of them I took." The moral of the story being, the best roll of film I ever shot, I didn't take it. Thank you all.
And I'm just on a sad note, this past year we've lost 2 of our members. We lost Leroy Granis, and just recently, and fortunately, we were able to get him inducted and on the pier last year. We lost Richard Mobley.
All you guys that are inductees, here, present, or past, you guys have an immense responsibility to represent the city of Hermosa Beach. Wherever you guys go throughout the year, all around the world, wherever you guys are, you guys have to represent the city of Hermosa Beach, and it's a huge responsibility. My brother Mark's a good surfer, and he's a great waterman. We talked about that. But more importantly, I think to the Walk of Fame today is my brother's character. That's the value that he brings to the Walk of Fame. So today, the Walk of Fame is going to gain my brother Mark Levy as an inductee. And he's a great surfer and this and that, but the city of Hermosa Beach is absolutely scoring an outstanding ambassador.
And Mark Levy is a native Hermosa Beach surfer who became the junior men's champion at the 1974 United States Surfing Championships held at Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. Mark was a top-ranked California surfer throughout the 1970s who had his own signature model surfboard, the Mark Levy Tiger Tail, made by Jacobs. A lifelong waterman, Mark has kayaked the entire California coastline from Oregon to Mexico. He also competed in numerous open ocean paddleboard races, including the Catalina Classic and Molokai Channel Race. With a team of fellow paddlers, Mark also earned 3 Guinness World Records, which included crossings of the English Channel and Irish Sea. Though he has ridden waves across 5 continents of the world, Mark still proudly considers the South Bay his favorite place to surf. Inducted April 2012.
Steve Wilkings' picture, when you look at Surfer magazine, it just had this certain quality that that just set it above. And I mean, this is really true. And I remember seeing pictures, he especially liked to take pictures of purpose. And that just pissed me off. But there were always such amazing photographs. And anyway, so that's one of my few regrets. I don't have many regrets, but not having a picture by Steve is one. So maybe you'll take a picture of me today. I feel so very lucky. And I think as we all should be, feel so very lucky to be, to be here on this day in this time. I mean, this is really a beautiful time in the world, and we live in probably one of the most amazing places. And I feel really fortunate about that. This is way better than winning the lottery or anything like that. That's just money. But the stuff that's important is it's you guys and it's us together. And this is really a cool thing. But this really is the epicenter of surfing, and people don't realize that. But we don't even have to brag about it. Let Huntington and Santa Cruz fight over the Surf City rights. This is the spot. I feel pretty lucky, and I really feel so blessed that you're all here to share this day. And I want to thank all of you for coming out here and making me feel so lucky. This is a funky town, but it's such a cool town. I want to thank Mike Purpose. I gotta say this. I say this to anybody that'll listen, you know. But I'm serious. Nobody from California, I would even say, has done what Purpose has done in terms of surfing. He is by far the best surfer ever to come out of this area, and I think out of California, and certainly was among the top 3 in the world for many, many years. I mean, and the things he would do on a surfboard was just phenomenal, and I can't tell you how much that influenced me. And of course, he took me under his wing, like he did many other really guys that became really good surfers, and helped me to surf. You know, when I would try to walk the nose thinking that was really cool, he goes, no, you gotta turn. You know, and I still walk the nose, but anyway, that was Purpose, and Purpose could turn like nobody's business. And Steve would even, many of the captured photos of Steve Wilkings, you know, showed that. Still doing it. He's winning contests. He beat my brother, which really pisses me off. I want to thank everybody for coming down. I know some of you are standing there in the sun, but look at this beautiful day, another Hermosa Beach day. I mean, come on. We're all blessed, and we're all very, very lucky to be here and to be among friends. So thank you very, very much.
So you high school MVPs, please come on up here. Mike Purpose, we need you up here also. Mike is there.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Roger Bacon, and I'm here to tell you that we started the Surfers Walk of Fame.
Can we have an officer up here, please?
2003.
Can we have an officer up here?
I have a plaque that I want to present to Mark Levy. These are the 16 pioneer surfers. Hey, John,
This is not part of the program.
I just want to tell you that Linda Benson, that's on our Surfers Walk of Fame, took 5 national champions. I am going to go ahead and put up money to give her a statue on a board because she's a woman and we have 3 women national champions. It's time we recognize the feminine people in this world that surf. Thank you.
Sorry for that interruption, folks.
It was a pleasure.
We have first up John Bach from Maricosta.High School. He was one of our first longboard, shortboard surfers ever. We have Tommy Ostendorf from Maricosta. Tommy?
Tommy!
We have Dayton Silva, who is a 10-time league champion from Maricosta. Also won titles in longboard, shortboard, and bodyboard. We have Hannah Stiles, one of the 2 women. 15 years, was the total point leader for the season. From Maricosta, her senior year, she won both the longboard and shortboard titles. We have Alex Abad from El Segundo, right here, Alex. We're missing Chris Del Moro and Connor Beatty are in Australia. Dylan Thomas, where's Dylan? I don't see Johnny Joseph here. Or Brent Bowen. How about Natalie Avanzino? Where's Natalie? I saw her earlier. Here comes Johnny Joseph, a 10-time league champion. Natalie Avanzino had to go to work, and I guarantee you, in the next decade or 2, you're going to see several of them up here on the plaque. These are the future of South Bay surfing.